All the shakeups that are happening at DC right now are crazy. The reboot is in full swing, but there's a lot of other things to mention. As I said earlier on a previous video of Jody's Corner, $7 Productions, what Dwayne Johnson pitched to DC about, even going over the heads of where's he at? He went over to Paramount to do the horror. I'm forgetting his name. Shoot. Going over the heads of his boss, put in the chat, guys. You guys know what I'm talking about. Going over the heads of his bosses and going to DeLucas directly about getting Superman back into the Black Adam film, like fighting hard and being told no often. Walter Hamada, thank you guys so very much. I've been saying his name so much for years, you forget about it when it's crunch time. So him going over the head of Walter Hamada, going and getting Henry Cavill greenlit in September sometime to get the reshoot done to put him into the movie Black Adam. It was a very drastic change as love is coming through this beach. Shout out to the studio, bro. Shout out to the Jody's Corner fans. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Ron Ron. I'm glad Ron Ron's here. It was told that Monday that after Black Adam came out that weekend that Superman was officially back. Henry Cavill made the video and said he's officially back as Superman. And Black Adam said, what was the overall theme about Black Adam? The structure of power the hierarchy of power is about to change at DC. Like Black Adam's coming and he's going to change things. And then the movie made only $380 million worldwide after a month in the box office. The movie is already available on video on demand I already bought it through Amazon. I own Black Adam right now, and it's in theaters right now. It's over. That movie was the worst DC performing movie in the country of Japan, in fact. So I'm like, dang, really, really think about that for a second. Not even $400 million worldwide. That's $100 million a week worldwide. That ain't good. And Warner Brothers isn't happy with $7 promise to deliver. Because from what I've been told, is that the pitch that Dwayne Johnson pitched to Warner Brothers about, the future of DC, Henry, you gotta let Henry be involved. You gotta push right. Henry, the fans love him. Superman, he's back. Me, Superman, a Black Adam and Superman movie and all that stuff. The pitch was strong to the point where they were like, all right, let's see what happens. Go ahead. And for it only to bring $400 million worldwide after Henry Cavill himself took to Instagram and the heavy promotion from Dwayne on Instagram and him saying, basically, I'm in Black Adam, go see me. And still it only made $400 million. DC's not happy with that. The people higher up who was like, so there's like, what's up, Dwayne? You and $7 said you guys are going to produce a big movie, make us a lot of money. Henry Cavill's going to be it. All the fans are going to go crazy. But Henry Cavill's announcement in Black Adam didn't create nowhere near the amount of buzz. And I had a video about this 3 days ago, a live stream about it 3 days ago. And Jay Beast, I tried to tell you, and others, Man of Steel is definitely taking an L here. Because if I'm a company who says, all right, go ahead, shoot it. If the fans love them so much, they'll come see it. It'll make a lot of money. All right, go ahead. And then you only bring me $400 million worldwide. I'm thinking like, how much do the public really see Henry Cavill as Superman? I'm questioning that. Do the public really care that much about Henry Cavill as Superman? The answer that I said a week ago when I had this live stream talk on my channel is that no. Henry Cavill's stock as Superman is not as high as people think. Because who are the people? Fans? DC fans? Sure. They love Henry Cavill as Superman. Snyder fans, they worship the ground he walks on. But the fandom, the intermediate fandom, we represent a small piece on that whiteboard, guys. When people are making these movies, they make a small circle for the fandom. They already know when they make a DC movie that DC fanboys will always got their dollars. So we don't need to appease them because we know we got them in our pocket. So effectively, us as DC fans to the big heads, we don't matter. It's about getting this big circle on the whiteboard. And usually the biggest circle on the whiteboard represents the general audiences. The fans who maybe watch 3 or 4 movies a year, 2 or 3 of them being a superhero movie as a family, take the family to mom, dad, couple of kids. They go to the movies to see a superhero movie. They don't know nothing about the trades, what actor's been hired, what producer. Us fans, we're all over it. Oh, Patty Jenkins is doing this. Oh, James Gunn is doing that. Oh, okay, yeah, that's going to be this. The general public don't know or give a shit about that. They're worried about other things and other hobbies that they got in their daily lives, guys. They're not really focused on what actor or director is getting hired. They really are not. So when they're looking at this big circle here, they're thinking about how do we get the general mom and Joe, the general Americans, the general people to take their family to see this movie. And these general audiences are not fans. They don't know nothing about DC for the most part. These general audiences, a lot of them went to go see BVS. Some of them went to go see Man of Steel. Some of them went to see Justice League. A lot of them went to go see Suicide Squad. And that's like 4 to 5 movies that they've seen. And by the time BVS came out, a lot of them checked out and said, this ain't for me. This was weak. Justice League came out, they all left. A lot of them didn't even show up to Justice League. That's why it only made $650 million. Justice League flopped because Zack Snyder's universe sucked to the general audience. And guess what was the common denominator in all those movies? Most of them. Guess who the common denominator is? What's the face that they saw the most? Henry Cavill's Superman. And the Superman that they saw wasn't a good one. It was a dark, emo, insecure, unsure of himself, non-hope having villain. That's not who Superman is. And the general public said, I don't like him as Superman. So when Henry Cavill took to Instagram and said, I'm in Black Adam, the fans were like, yay, I'm going to go rush and go see Black Adam. And probably made them an extra $50 million. Heck, maybe gave Black Adam an extra $100 million. That still wasn't enough. Because the general audience saw that news and was like, oh, that guy? Huh? What is this shared on my timeline? Here, I'm back as Superman. This guy's back as Superman? I saw BVS. He sucks. Why is he back? Man of Steel? This the Justice League? I'm not going to go watch that. I'm not going to take my family with inflation. I paint houses. I make $2,500 a month. What the freak do I look like spending $150 of it to take my freaking family of 6 to go watch this bullshit movie because this Superman is in it? No. Henry Cavill's gone, y'all. That Superman ain't happening. Ain't happening. The feelings, the thoughts, the talks, the whispers. It's a wrap on not just Henry Cavill, but looking at Black Adam, you're done. No point in even making a Black Adam sequel. No Black Adam. They're down on him. Like, James Gunn is rebooting the entire universe, bro. Black Adam don't have a place in it. To be honest, he shouldn't have a place in it. And I like Black Adam movie. I reviewed it. I gave it like a A- and some shit. That action was stellar, but I see that movie looked like a Snyder movie, didn't it, y'all? That green screeny, gloomy, blurry, oversaturated shit, bro. It's an ugly green screen looking movie, but then it has some really crisp CGI in it. Don't confuse the CGI with the ugly green screen. The CGI is Dr. Fate, that beautiful, crisp Dr. Fate, Hawkman, Atom Smasher. They look good. The CG was decent, really good. But that they didn't film on location. It's not a cinematic film. It is very much, it feels like a Snyder MCU type of movie. A cookie cut. That script is not good. It's bad. It's a bad story, y'all. But that action is fantastic. Black Adam, I think Dwayne did a good job as Black Adam. A lot of people were worried, well, he's just going to be The Rock. He was a little bit of The Rock. He was very much Black Adam. He did a good job. The best character in that whole movie was Hawkman. Aldous Hodge's Hawkman was incredible. The duality between those two, between Black Adam and Hawkman fighting, I loved it. Somehow they made Aldous Hodge's Hawkman cool. He was, you put that wings on them, derpy look, but it wasn't derpy. Once he played the role, you understood it. He's a superhero. Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate was dope. But the look of the movie, the lack of marketing for that movie, Henry Cavill being in that movie, and then the box office for that movie, all spelled disaster. If I'm James Gunn, bro, and I'm moving forward and I'm rebooting everything, even though $7 came afterward, the fact that $7 is tied to Cavill and $7 brought Henry Cavill Superman at the end of Black Adam, Superman shows up at the end of Black Adam, guys. Henry Cavill, you're done. You're out. You're tied to the Snyderverse. You're gone. Henry, gone. Black Adam, gone. It's over. That's all Snyderverse shit. Starting from scratch. Now, I'm going to make a separate video about what I think is going to happen for the future of DC. Here's my plan of what's going to happen, and it's coming up in the next video. Thank you guys so very much for watching.